Hey everyone. So only half my face is sunned, but I think we could work with it. So I just wanted to talk in this video quickly about my views on psychedelic drugs, marijuana, these sorts of things, and why I believe that they are ultimately harmful. And let me explain, okay? I'm going to start with my own experience with marijuana. Back in the day, when I was in college, I went through a bit of a stoner phase, um, and I thought it was a really good thing. I thought it was great, like a lot of people do. But over time, it turned more and more negative. And what I realize now is I did mushrooms a couple of times, um, and that was really it. I never did any really like hardcore psychedelics or anything like that. Ayahuasca, peyote, these sorts of things, these hallucinogenic substances. But what they can do is they can actually they open one's consciousness to things that they are not prepared to experience. Now, what I mean is you are ingesting an entity. Like marijuana, they say Mary Jane, right? Mother Earth, Mary Jane. Oh, we're smoking the Mother Earth, and like there's this whole like cult, almost this cult like worship of Mother Earth and all these sorts of things. And like, okay, that's fine and well. I think that it's something that should be respected. At the same time, this planet is not our true home. Now that's going to ruffle some feathers. We have more than one home, guys. This planet is a big turd, like it is like a big turd, in the universe, in the entire universes upon universes in the body of God. That's really what it is. It's like a little speck. It's like a little atom. It's like a little speck of nothing, really. That's what people don't realize. Because people haven't expanded their sense of awareness. They haven't detached. They're attached. They're attached to all of this matter that doesn't really matter. Quite frankly, at the end of the day. Now that being said, we should be responsible for it. As we unfold spiritually, we should become more responsible for it. We should become more responsible people, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's about the awareness aspect. What point of view? Because that's really what we are as soul. We're just like an individual point of view. We're an individual unit of consciousness, of perspective. So where are you operating from? Are you operating from this planet and this planet only? Are you operating from the emotions? Are you operating from the intellect? Where are you operating from? And in my opinion, where I choose to operate from, is from the perspective of soul, in eternity, in spirit. Okay? And that's where I start. That is the beginning and end for me. That's where it all starts and ends for me. And everything else to that is secondary. Anything else besides my spiritual upliftment and unfoldment and sharing that, teaching, sharing what's been taught to me with others so that they can liberate themselves in spirit, in soul, everything else is secondary to that. And that includes everything out here. Okay, everything out here in this planet Earth. Okay. People get really uncomfortable with that. They get really uncomfortable with that. Why? Because they're attached. Because they perceive that, oh, well, this person's trying to, this person doesn't care. This person's trying to like destroy my belief systems or my value system or whatever or what have you. People get so attached to like, global climate change, global warming, and all these things, and blah 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 blah. And then like I said in the past video, like these people they have good hearts, good intentions, but they're working from the wrong perspective. They're working from the wrong place, from the wrong perspective. They're not working from the perspective of their true God self, in spirit, as soul, in eternity. If we start there, we could do anything we want. We can make another golden age. We can make a heaven on earth, so to say, even though it's not. It would never really be heaven, in the truest sense. But figuratively speaking, we could make a heaven on earth, a so-called golden age, as as it was in Lemuria, ancient Lemuria. I want to say ancient Lemuria, but that was millions of years ago. Lemuria was a golden age. Atlantis was a silver age, and then it went down into the copper age, which was like I think that was like ancient Greece and Mesopotamia, and that sort of stuff, and the advent of the Roman Empire. That was really at the beginning stages of the current Iron Age, or the Kali Yuga, which is called, and that is an age, or a yuga. That's the higher Sanskrit words that is primarily negative, and that's why I say for people who deny that the world is primarily negative, that in terms of this outer world, this physical world, where we have our day-to-day sort of lives, where we walk around in these meat suits called human bodies or whatever. It is a primarily negative entity. So I think people who deny that are just kind of kidding themselves, and that's not being negative in and of itself. That's just kind of calling a spade, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah. Anyway, getting back to the whole Maya, right? Lady, or like Maya, the whole like Mary Jane, Mother Earth. Mother Nature can be a bitch. She could be a total bitch sometimes. In case you haven't noticed, have you ever seen a pack of lions take down a baby elephant? Have you ever seen, there's a lot of violence and suffering in nature, you know what I mean? With natural disasters, volcanic eruptions, like tsunamis, tornadoes, and yes, like a lot of those things are like, okay, I'm not going to get into that in this video, but I think we can agree that yes, tragedies do, natural disasters, they're called natural disasters, right? Even though there are people who will contend that some of them aren't so natural, right? With HARP and everything else, but I'm not going to get into that sort of thing in this video. I'm just going to stay on point as best I can. That doesn't always work out, but gonna try. So all I can do is try. And Lady Maya, Mother Earth, she could be a bitch, and I say that with respect. I do. It could be a cold, unforgiving thing, but again, it's a matter of what we create, of what we choose, and individually and collectively, we have set forces in motion, whether or not we are consciously aware of it, over the course of millions and millions of years, literally, that may seem out of control, that may seem random to our conscious, awake self in our outer reality, but in reality they're not. We created it all. So, and that includes the negativity, guys. But, and then there's people who will contend that these outer worlds, the world is kind of an illusion, the way that it works, and it really, and I can kind of appreciate that perspective to a certain degree, because I do agree with it, because it is temporary. There is the aspect to where it is all temporary. But like I said, if we work from our true eternal selves as soul, then things will just naturally resolve themselves, guys. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to go to all these self-improvement, pay all these hundreds or thousands of dollars for all these self-help or self-improvement seminars and shit, or go fly to these exotic, tropical third world countries and have some like shady character that you don't even really know, or probably shouldn't even really be trusting, administering you like ayahuasca and all these things, all these substances that, in my opinion, are negative in nature. And the reason why people perceive them as positive is just because prior to their ingestion of those substances and having those experiences, they were in such a negative state that those negative entities seemed positive. So it's an illusion, guys. It's an illusion of positivity. That's all these lower worlds offers, an illusion of positivity, because it's all temporary. Even if you feel good, right? There's the aspect of negativity. You can't have this world, this outer world, without opposites, without the polarities, duality. That's just the nature of reality, guys. If people want to get pissed off about that, then, or get upset or get uncomfortable, hey, I don't really care. I don't have a lot of sympathy for it anymore because I don't have patience for it. There's a part of me that's really fed up, and I realize that, hey, patience is a virtue, but I reserve my patience for the people who have patience for me. I reserve my tolerance for the people who can tolerate me. I reserve my compassion and my love in its various forms for those that will reciprocate those things towards me. Anything else is foolish. Anything else is foolish. Because this is this is the world of Maya, of illusion, of negativity. Okay? And even if there is like an illusion of positivity, like with these psychedelic experiences that people have, or even if it is like a Lemurian, golden age or something, it's temporary. It could change at any time. It could change at an instant, guys. But when we work from our true eternal selves as soul, that's unchanging. Nothing can break us. Nothing can affect us. In that knowingness, in that understanding, in that essence, in that beingness, whatever you want to call it. So these things, these entities, and they are entities, they are conscious entities. You are ingesting consciousness, like another entity. You're becoming like that plant. You are ingesting the consciousness of that plant, just like with raw foods or when you change your diet. That's why a lot of people feel they feel different when they change their diet, right? Because you're ingesting different entities. Like let's say you're going from a standard diet where it's all processed dead foods, dead animals, animal milks and eggs and all these nasty shit that we shouldn't even be eating. And then they go towards a more raw vegan diet, or a vegan diet even. People feel they feel lighter, they feel better, they feel different, right? It's the same, because you're dealing with entities here, in a way. So I don't believe that these entities, these psychedelic entities, are beneficial in the long run. They might offer some sort of reprieve or some illusion of reprieve, but ultimately it's just people wanting instant gratification. They want instant gratification for something that really it takes devotion over the course of months and years and lifetimes, even in some cases, which is true spirituality, true spiritual unfoldment. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a serious, grave matter, guys. That's what I'm saying. Or as I've said previously, it doesn't have to be a serious, grave thing. Like I said, a sense of humor goes a really long way. If you're trying to deal with this outer world in this human existence without a sense of humor, good luck, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need all the luck you can get. Then again, is it really luck? Because like I said, we really create everything. But anyway, so these things, these psychedelic compounds, they offer just an illusion, like at best, or a temporary reprieve, because they are negative in essence. People are operating from a more negative perspective or point of view than those negative entities. So it temporarily gives the illusion of positivity, and it's not positive, guys. To experience pure, like true positivity, which I call pure positivity in soul, in our essence, I mean, that's an indescribable experience, guys. It's hard to describe that with logic. It's beyond logic. So that's it. I'm not trying to like ruffle feathers here, but I think the nature of these subjects will do that anyway, just talking about these things. But I say these things with the best of intentions, with the purest of intentions, and certainly don't mean any harm by them. But truth, like I've said in past videos, people who've been following this channel for a while, truth can be a destructive force. When we construct our realities or our values or our worlds, if you will, based on untruths, based on things that aren't based in truth. So that's really it for now. Hope this finds you all well. As always, love you guys. Share your thoughts down below on this. This might be a bit of a controversial thing, even though I don't really think it is that controversial. I don't know. I think people take things too seriously, to be honest with you. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Love you guys. Comment down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.